Hi, I'm Beth from My Tutoring Bee, and in today's video we're talking about perimeter and circumference. I have a few examples. Let's go ahead and get started. So we have several shapes here that we're going to be talking about, perimeter and circumference. They both technically mean the same thing. It is the distance around a shape. With circumference, it's just a special name that we use for circles only. For all of these other polygons that have straight sides, that's where we're going to use the term perimeter. And I also included in here some information about area because this is a common mistake that students make, is mixing up perimeter and area. When we're dealing with area, we're looking at the space inside. So all of the squares, the two-dimensional squares that can fit inside of a shape. But for today's video, we're talking about perimeter, so that outside distance around the shape. Now, we do have a few formulas when dealing with perimeter. However, not every polygon has a specific perimeter formula. However, for a rectangle, we can see here with our rectangle, we've got a rectangle of 4 units by 8 units. And I included the grid marks so that we could actually count and see where those units are coming from. So along the side here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 units along the side, and then across the top we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units across the top. However, I don't want the squares inside to be confusing because we are not counting up all of the squares inside the shape. We are just counting the units along the outside of the shape. Also, only 2 sides of this rectangle are labeled with their measurements. But with perimeter, we are measuring all the way around the shape. So that means that we are measuring that this side has 4 units also, and that this side has 8 units also. So that's where we get this perimeter formula from. Perimeter equals 2 times L, which is length, plus 2 times W, which is width. And as you can see, we have 2 of those widths of 4 and 2 of those lengths of 8. So let's go ahead and find the perimeter of this shape. So 2 times the length is 8, plus 2 times the width of 4. And then we're going to go ahead and multiply first, follow order of operations. So that's 16 plus 8, and then 16 plus 8 gives us 24. So this rectangle has a perimeter of 24 units. Notice that I'm not adding a square or a cubed symbol here because we are measuring linear measurement. We are just measuring these lines that are outside of the rectangle. So we're not measuring how many squares it takes for the area, and we are not measuring how many cubes it would take for a 3D figure. All right, let's take a look at this square. So we just have the one side labeled here with 5. And again, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this square is 5 units wide, we could say, or long. And then of course it's 5 on all of the sides because the square's sides are all congruent. So that's where we come up with this perimeter formula, which is perimeter equals 4 times S, and S just stands for the side length of that square. We have 4 sides that are all measuring 5 units each, so we can just multiply that times 4 in order to get our total perimeter. This would be the same as adding 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. The next shape that we have is a circle, and we do have actually 2 different formulas for the circumference of a circle. One is circumference equals 2 pi r, and the other one is circumference equals pi d. In my next video, I'm going to talk more in depth about the difference between these 2 formulas. But basically for this video, which is just an intro video to how to find perimeter of different shapes, because we are given the radius of this circle, so the radius is that distance from the center of the circle all the way stretching out to the outer edge of the circle, we're going to use this first formula, c equals 2 pi r, because we are given r, the radius. So c equals 2 pi r, so c equals 2 times pi times the radius of 2. Now a lot of times the directions will tell us to use maybe 3.14 for pi. And in that case, then I would just go ahead and follow those directions and use 3.14. But since we don't have any directions telling us to use 3.14 for pi, I'm going to actually use the pi key. So we've got 2 times pi times 2, and that equals 12.5. I'm going to go ahead and round it to the nearest hundredth. So we're going to round it up to a 7, 12.57. So our circumference is about 12.57 yards. And I used the about symbol, that little wavy equal sign, because we did round this number, so it's not an exact measurement. And again, if you'd like more detail about finding circumference, that is going to be included in my next video. I'll have a link for you in the description below. Let's take a look at these other 3 polygons down here that don't have specific formulas. However, we do know that when we're looking for perimeter, we just want the sum of all of the sides of whatever polygon it is. So if we're looking at this triangle here, we want this side length of 4, this side length of 3, and this side length of 5. We want the sum of those. We want to add all of those up. So it's really just that simple. 4 plus 3 plus 5. So our perimeter of this triangle is 4 plus 3 is 7, plus 5 more is 12. So our perimeter is 12 feet. So when we're thinking of perimeter, we're kind of thinking, what if this was a building and we had to walk all the way around this building back to where we started from? How far would we have to walk? Next, we have a trapezoid, or what appears to be a trapezoid, and we are missing one of those side lengths. However, whenever we see these little marks, that means that these 2 side lengths are congruent. They're equal to each other. So since this side length is 2 miles and it has one of those little marks, that means that this side length is also 2 miles. So now we know what numbers to add up. So when we're looking for perimeter, if one of the side lengths, one or more of the side lengths is missing, we need to do something to find that missing side length. All right, so what we're going to do for this one is, again, just add up those 4 side lengths. So 4 plus 6 is 10, 2 plus 2 is 4, so 10 plus 4 is 14. So it looks like we are looking at 14 miles for the perimeter of this trapezoid. And then finally, we have this shape. Again, we only have 2 of the sides labeled with 5 centimeters and 3 centimeters, but we do have those little marks that tell us which side lengths are congruent to each other. So since this side length up here has 5 centimeters listed and it's got those 2 marks, that means this one down here is going to be 5. And then all of these side lengths with this one little tick mark through it are going to be 3 centimeters. So we are going to add up all of these side lengths. So it looks like we're adding up 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3. I'm going to do a little bit of a shortcut and use some multiplication. I have 2 side lengths with 5, so I'm going to do 2 times 5. Plus, I have 4 side lengths with 3, so I'm going to do 4 times 3. So this is a lot like what we used for our rectangle perimeter formula, where we are multiplying the number of side lengths times the length of those sides based on how many we have. And we can definitely do that as long as we want to make sure that we're following order of operations. So the product of 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 4 times 3 is 12, and then we add those together. So we get a total perimeter of 22 centimeters. And that is the basics of perimeter and circumference. Like I said, I do have another video that goes a little bit deeper into each of these topics, so check that out. I also have a ton of other links in the description below that link to other videos that might be helpful for you, as well as my pre-algebra series, which goes over all of the pre-algebra skills that you would see in a typical pre-algebra class. So check that out. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you next time.